think about Pops? Few words, please, sir. Blackout. Yeah, few words. Let's try that again. What can you come out of? Get out of here. You can finally come out of the what?
First Looney Tunes.
You can finally come out of the what, Pops?
Oh, it's a water closet.
What'd you have?
I have. Every bit of it. Hurry up.
Did you bring your suitcase with you? What do you think of Pops retiring?
That's great.
It's about time, ain't it?
Yeah, you bet it is.
He remembers me and my wife, Bobby, right there.
What do you think about Pops retiring?
My wife?
You're here for a retirement party.
Right.
What do you think about it?
Greatly been retired for
I've been retired for 13 years already, so I don't know something about it.
What about the old part that's retiring today?
I'll tell you, Potter used to live about a half a block from us. And I know him when he was just a wee tot. And when you record this back, he'll well, that old part over there, he don't know nothing either. But I remember when he had his weight problem.
He said he's going to go back to work now. And I said, you just travel like we do and have fun. Get a hobby. You got to learn to play golf.
There you go.
Take him away. That's right. Golf is the next thing in life. I hear you.
Between me and you now, what do you have one friend? Between me and you now, what do you think of the old part retiring?
I think it's about time. Now he's nasty, grumpy, self-centered, he's a what's the word for that? What? He can't the gospel's rectum. I can say that in all people.
What I understand, you can help yourself, keep eating the food, help yourself from the beer as we go along. If you get started, if anybody's got anything to say, just raise your hand and stand up and say it. Very important. We're going to have a good time.
I only got 9 shots in my clip, so you got your choice.
Before we start, there may be some remarks made in here that'll offend people. They're directed to no one in particular. Everybody in general, yeah. If anybody's offended by them, I'm going to apologize for it right now. Pile it on me. It's not intended to offend anybody. We're going to have a good time. The just mentioned disclaimer was bought and paid for by the Friends of Painless Committee, Colonel John Carlson, Chairman. This is a night to remember. I use that. Some of you older people might recognize the title. It was The Sinking of the Titanic. It was a movie, The Sinking of the Titanic. We hope there's no drownings tonight. There are no icebergs to be had. There sure will be some ice clinking, I'm sure of that. But this is Painless' night to remember. About 3 months ago, Painless Astor came up to me and says, I'm going to retire from the Guard. He wanted me to MC his party. I felt honored. So being an old friend as I was, I started talking to people about Panos' party, and I can understand why he had me MC.
Everybody I talk to wants to take a shot at him. So Potts told me, he says, we don't want this serious, and we want it short. Well, it's not going to be serious, but I'm sure it's not going to be very short. The 50% ain't bad, Potts. When Potts mentioned retirement to me, I said, you know, it's about time. The guard out there it's a young man's game. We were young men at one time, we're not anymore. And I told Potts, I said, now that you're retiring, you let your hair grow.
Excuse me.
Okay, carry on. I can't raise my hand up.
Potts got a comb and brush for Christmas. He said, boy, I won't part with these. One thing about Panos, when he comes in from the outside on a windy day, the only thing he has to straighten is his tie. I asked Potts, I said, why are you going to get out, Potts? You know, it's been good to you and all that stuff. And he said, well, I'll be frank with you. He says, the physical fitness and the weight program are really giving me fits. I can understand that. I have the same problem. You know, I saw him jogging one day from the flight line to the hangar. And I stopped him. I said, hey, Potts, I didn't know you started jogging. He said, I didn't. I drank too much prune juice. You know, and we talk about weight. All us older fellas have a problem with the weight in the guard. You think he looks bad now? You should have seen him when he was over in base supply with us. We'd hang a white sheet over him and show our movies on him. And I told him, I said, that's going to happen to you, Potts, when you eat that military food. Everything goes up front. He told me, I was talking to him one time about this weight, and he says, I'm on a special diet. I said, oh, you know, that's interesting. What kind of a diet you on, Potts? And he says, I'm only eating food that begin with the letter A. I said, hey, sounds good. Like what? A piece of cake? A dish of ice cream? And we were talking about age, you know, it's a young man's game, everything like that. And Potts is at the age right now when a pretty girl smiles at him, he looks down to see what's unzipped. Jerry and I go back a long ways. I mean a long ways back. We were together in woodworking shop at Washington High School. That's a long ways back. And Potts is the only guy I ever know who got a passing grade from old Ashton Wilson for making sawdust. Probably the only fellow that goes back further than I do is Flip. Flip, got something to say?
I think Jerry and I go back to about 47 or 48 when we first met delivering Argus Leaders. And Bob mentioned going back a long ways. And I can remember Jerry saying something like, he's so old he can remember back when there was a Corporation G. That isn't upping. I'm trying. I got laryngitis. Anyway, later on, we parted our ways. Jerry went to the service. He went to the Air Force. I went to the Air Force for a while, too. He got to go to Japan, and I got to go to Texas, which is... We had a telegram tonight from a gal from Japan, but no one could figure out what it was saying. Nobody could read Japanese here. All we could pick out was words like money and support. I don't know. Anyway. one time when we were young, told Jerry and I, now when you boys go out, remember, don't take any candy from strangers unless they offer you a ride. I don't know what Jerry's going to do in the future, but I know a couple things he's not going to do. He's not going to start a Budapest pizza shop, and he's not going to start an indoor bake shop at the Empire Mall. So whatever you do, good luck, Jerry. And you, Fran.
Like Flip said, Potts went to the Air Force, and I kind of lost track of him, thank goodness, during that time. And he was in Sioux City, I think, and he got discharged, and he came up to Sioux Falls, and he started to work at the Air National Guard. I was talking, at that time I was in the tool room with Harry Shanks. I went in to see Harry one day, and Harry says, we got a new kid starting in the Guard. A new fellow starting in the Guard. He's going to start working out here full time. And I said, who's that? He says, Gerald Potter. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no. He says, Gerald Potter is going to start working out here, and he's going to be in the tool crib with us. So that's how Potts and I got together again. Our paths crossed again in the tool room. I still don't know what they had against Harry Shanks to put the two of us in there with him. Then from the tool room, Potts went over to base supply. And he teamed up with Colonel Clancy. To kind of get things going straight over there in supplies. And Potts was back in the warehouse, back there working. He was receiving parts, he was doing the warehousing. He was really a busy fellow back there. And we had a new guy come in to take his place. His name was Charlie Warren. I don't know if you people know Charlie Warren. Some of you? I'm sure you do. Charlie was kind of doing, Potter was trying to teach him what's going on, the warehousing and everything. And things didn't just mesh out right, because Potts and Charlie didn't see eye to eye anyway. Is going to go to Spain with the Elks Club on a tour. Big deal, He let us all know about it. I'm going to Spain with the Elks. Okay. So Potts goes off to Spain, but before he goes to Spain, we went down to the Western Union. Place down there by the old Hollywood Theater. Western Union, we got a piece of paper. Western Union on it. We take it over to Niblick, over the comm shop over there. Niblick types out the message for us. We paste it on the telegram. We give it to Colonel Clancy, take along with him to Spain. Well, when you're over in Spain, if you got a message, when you're in a hotel, you got a message, they put your name on the board and they walk through the hotel lobby with your name on the board. So Clancy gives the telegram. All these stories are true, by the way. Clancy gives the telegram to this guy, and he puts Potter's name on the board. Well, Potts is walking along, or this guy's walking along with Potter's name on there. There's a message for me. So he goes over and asks the guy what the deal is. He said, I got a telegram for you. It cost Potter $1 to get this telegram. He opens it up, and it says, we have lost a part in the warehouse. Would you kindly reply? Signed, Charlie Warren. He rants and raves about that. Everybody's laying on the floor over there. But they finally fess up to it. That's just... I remember that. Yeah. I was afraid you would. But anyway, Potts, this is your night to remember, and there's a lot of your people here. lot of your friends, they're here and want to pay recognition to you. And we want you to sit back and relax and enjoy your night to remember.
Sound like a fat Ralph Edwards, don't he?
Right. I'm going to have your fellow workers, your co-workers from munitions come up first. Because they said, they told me, they said, with you, nothing was impossible. They said, you've been doing nothing for years, so you know. Winnie?
Give me the clap.
He said the first group. Well, the loaders got together and decided the cops wouldn't know what to wear to this party. And look at him, he sat down. So we got a little something for him here, and we'd like to have him wear it tonight. I bet it's got to be something made with elastic or something. These guys ain't been... Everybody knows if you would come to work with him in the morning, if you know if the Vikings won or lost that weekend. I don't ever want... Just by what he's got to say about it. Stand up and show him. God! You're supposed to be nice to me. What's wrong with them coats? This is worse. I can't hardly wait to wear this. I think you should put it on now, don't you? This way I get a job with Smitty's window washing preference. Thanks, Danny. I'd like to thank all my friends. You're welcome, Wade. My God, that's it. It won't go around me. Shit, I'm bigger than Herschel. Oh, yes, it will. Nah. I'm going to get buried in the suit. I might as well get buried in the shirt. On the phone?
Yes, you're right on the phone.
I can't hardly wait to get there.
Take out the hand quail and start to hunt it down.
Now I gotta go get the goddamn phone. They're killing me. They're killing me. Commercial! Good.
And
Good. Who's talking to them about this? Who is it? Ron. Ron Evil. Huh? Who's that? Why didn't you come out? Okay. And you're missing. You're missing the best one you ever had. Well, thanks for calling, buddy. Hey, thanks, Vic. You saved me, buddy. Okay. Happy New Year to you. Yeah. God, Bill. That's all right.
You're doing good, number one. Hang in there, Waterfall.
Oh, Jesus. Mick, Big Dauber called me. He says, sorry, I can't be there. He says, I got some important work to attend to. I just rolled over twice, and sorry, he said, I can't be there. He said, you tell all those people, don't pick on you too much. He said, that's why I called you. Because he said, I figured right about now, he said, you're just about roasted twice. And I said, last thing you do, Mick, is send out a cup of butter, because I got to be turned over again. So, I appreciate that. He said, wish me Happy New Year and all that. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
He gave me this, and he said, make sure that Potts gets this here before he goes, in my behalf. You know, Kenny, there are no expenses on the wrapping.
Yeah.
Keep him for that.
Yeah. It says return, you know. My favorite. I like yams.
Do you hear that quote? I like yams. Story. All true. When Potts was in base supply, him and Bill Lineback, a lot of you know Bill. Bill Lineback and Penas used to perform or do up the menus over the mess hall. And after, with Clancy, I might add, with Clancy. And the three of them would be in his office and they'd be talking about the menus we're going to have. For Pete's sake! I can't believe it! I was telling a story about the three of them were in preparing the menu for, I think it was Christmas. Christmas or Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving? Thank you. It's for Thanksgiving, and they got down to the part where, should we have yams? The linebacker said, nah, let's not have any yams. I don't like yams. Looked at Potter, and Potter says, nah, forget the yams. I don't like yams. Clancy says, God damn it, I like yams. We're going to have yams. Potter says to linebacker, I like yams. You like yams? I think, Pete, you got some things from the guys from Supply? Zook, Arnie, you got something?
I wonder why you showed up.
Arnie used to work in the guard. Arnie used to be out there.
Yeah, that's right.
First of all, I want to preface this. I heard all the short stories. Don't tell me to stand. I am standing. But I do want to preface this with, when I got out of the guard in '66, Potter was in Supply. I'll tell you, if I'd have known that fucker had something to do with these bombs, I'd have left Sioux Falls. Sunday, November 18th, 1934. Front page of the Argus Leader. Fog, rain, mist, enveloped city. woman imprisoned for tying up sheriff in Salt Lake City. Wish Abdullah was here. James Roosevelt, the president's oldest son, fined $10 plus costs for speeding at 64 miles an hour going to some Democratic convention. The Nazis are disappointed. Hitler didn't come to Goslar, Germany. He sent Rudolf Hess instead. People are upset. Happiness Ahead was playing at the State Theater with Dick Powell and Josephine Hutchinson, who was Hollywood's newest cutie. The Lemon Drop was playing at the Egyptian Theater, and 10 cents for kids and 15 cents for adults would let you into the movie. At the Royale, which probably very few of us even know that it was here, Here Comes the Navy was the movie showing at that time. You could dine and dance at the Virginia Grill and Cafe to music by the Virginia Grill Trio. Now that had to be a... You could get a chicken dinner for 35 cents, or you could try our 25-cent meals at the Boston Cafe at 122 North Main. Monday special at Terry's the Cleaners, you could get a man's suit cleaned for 48 cents. The most unexciting or unannounced activity of the day was that Gerald Eugene Potter was born to Chester and Viola Potter on this day. It wasn't supposed to be serious, but but that is what happened. So, yeah.
No, that worked for my mother.
I looked through all the rest of the microfiche copies of the Artist Leader at the library up through November 31st, and there was no Gerald E. Potter or a son born to Chester and Viola. So, you know, who really give a shit? No one would claim Jerry. He started his military career in 1953. Had a couple of stints in the Air Force, and I asked Jerry the other day when I ran into him, I said, well, how did you start? He said, well, through the selective service. Selective? I said, come on, Jerry, you know it was the draft board. So it was the draft board. I enlisted Jerry in the Guard in 1962. Colonel Schultz still hasn't talked to me to this day. Jerry was the kind of kid he'd go over to the neighbors, you know, to play, and the mothers would say, Jerry, go on home and play with yourself. Jerry, it is great that all of your friends could be here. Join you this evening.
I'll tell you at the end of the story who that really is. But
my wife was going to come out and join us, and she was really excited when I said, hey, we're going to a retirement party. And then she said, well, who's it for? And I said, Jerry Potter. She didn't hear. She don't even know him. But all in all, Jerry.
well, thank you.
I appreciate that. Good. I do have a little present for you.
Another one of
Not only was it foggy and misty on the day you were born, we said there's going to be a little fog tonight, and probably a little fog in here, plus the fog outside. So we'd just like you to wear that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like Zip said,
Abdullah was supposed to be. But he's home sick with the flu. Sends his regards.
Appreciate that, really. Get down to the serious part, Jerry. We might be opening this up. This is from the guys in the shop. You can't guess what it is. Picture Arnie dancing. Oh, there you go. This is from the guys in the shop. You know why you like airplanes and everything else. Right place about that note. That's pretty.
that's
get $100. It'll last me till Monday.
Congratulations, Jerry, and thanks a lot.
Thank you, Earl.
Oh, job well done. You've been a good worker for a long time.
Good boy.
Would you introduce your family to the people that are here?
Sure. Right here on my right is my wife Fran. My mother, Ellen. And my daughter Stephanie. And my brother Jim. Thanks, Pierre. I want to say something before Dr. Carlson. So now, we can't bore you any longer, and there's a lot of cake left if you want to throw at each other like loaders do, or you can just sit around and have some fun, and I'll be around, and I want to thank you all for being here.
Want that, we need that.